Powerlifters know that a strong training session isn't just about showing up to the gym, it's about preparing your body and nervous system to perform at its peak. This presentation will delve into the key ingredients that directly influence strength, power, and focus. We're going beyond marketing claims to examine what the research actually says and how you can apply those findings to your own training. Our aim is to connect strength and science. You'll discover why specific compounds matter, how they work together, and how to choose a formula that supports your goals rather than relying on hype. Whether you're chasing a PR or sustaining high volumes of training, understanding your pre-workout can make the difference between a good session and a great one. To begin, we need to outline exactly what powerlifters require from a pre-workout formula. First, powerlifting is about explosive peak force. You need to recruit high-threshold motor units quickly to move maximal loads, whether you're taking a heavy squat out of the rack or pulling a grinding deadlift from the floor. Training isn't just about muscle size, it's about training your nervous system to fire hard and fast when the weight is heaviest. Bar speed and the rate of force development also matter. Successfully driving through sticking points requires accelerating the barbell even when fatigue sets in. A lifter who can maintain bar velocity under load is less likely to stall midway through a lift. Central nervous system arousal and focus are critical during heavy singles or triples. The ability to remain tight, brace properly, and stay mentally engaged under near maximal effort makes the difference between a clean lift and a missed attempt. You also need strength endurance for accessory work sets of 3 to 5 reps that build the supportive musculature without significant drop-off in performance. With these requirements in mind, let's explore how specific ingredients can meet them, starting with the most researched supplement for strength, creatine monohydrate. Creatine works by regenerating adenosine triphosphate ATP via phosphocreatine stores. When you're lifting heavy, ATP is the immediate energy source that powers your muscles. Replenishing it quickly allows you to perform more repetitions and sustain higher loads across sets. Creatine also buffers hydrogen ions, helping to reduce the acidity that builds up during intense efforts. This means you can push through those last few reps without experiencing the same burning sensation and decline in power. Supplementing 3 to 5 grams per day saturates muscle stores over 2 to 4 weeks. Meta-analyses show that creatine increases upper body strength by about 4.4 kilograms and lower body strength by approximately 11.3 kilograms when compared with a placebo. It's one of the few supplements with consistently strong evidence for enhancing maximal strength and power. Now that we've established creatine's role, let's look at another ingredient that supports hydration and power output, betaine anhydrous. Betaine acts as an osmolyte, helping cells maintain hydration under stress. Well-hydrated muscle cells can contract more efficiently, which is especially useful during high-intensity training. Betaine is also a methyl donor, contributing to the body's natural creatine synthesis. Supporting both cell volume and creatine production gives you more capacity for heavy lifts. Research shows that 2 weeks of betaine supplementation improves squat endurance and repetition quality. Additional studies report increases in bench press throw power, vertical jump height, and isometric force, suggesting betaine influences power output. An effective dose is around 2.5 grams per day, often split into 2 smaller servings to enhance absorption. Betaine naturally occurs in foods like beets and spinach, but supplementing ensures you reach clinical doses. When combined with creatine, betaine may further enhance your ability to produce force rapidly and repeatedly. From here, we move to an ingredient that enhances blood flow and helps delay fatigue, L-Citrulline. L-Citrulline is a non-essential amino acid that converts to L-arginine and subsequently to nitric oxide. Higher nitric oxide levels dilate blood vessels, increasing blood flow to working muscles. This improved circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients while removing metabolic waste products, delaying the onset of fatigue. An acute 8-gram dose taken about an hour before training has been shown to increase repetitions to failure in bench press and leg press exercises, though the effect sizes are modest. Most research supports a clinical range of 6 to 8 grams. Formulas that provide less than 4 grams often show little benefit. Results also depend on the ratio of citrulline to malate and the timing of ingestion. Consistency in dosing is key. Individual responses vary. Some lifters notice a pronounced pump and reduced fatigue, while others see more subtle changes. Tracking how your body reacts over a few weeks can help you dial in the dose that best supports your training. Now let's shift from blood flow to neural activation by exploring how caffeine influences powerlifting performance. Caffeine is widely consumed for its stimulating effects. As an adenosine receptor antagonist, it reduces the perception of fatigue and increases the release of excitatory neurotransmitters. This translates to increased motor unit firing and heightened central nervous system arousal, both crucial for moving heavy weight explosively. Research shows that doses between 1 and 7 milligrams per kilogram of body weight improve maximal strength and power output, with effect sizes around 0.17 to 0.20. For most powerlifters, 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram, roughly 150 to 300 milligrams, provides a strong boost without causing jitters. Finding your personal sweet spot is important. Too much caffeine can impair technique or increase anxiety. Caffeine works particularly well when paired with other focus-enhancing compounds like tyrosine, Alpha-GPC, and Huperzine A. Together, they sharpen your mind-muscle connection and maintain your mental drive throughout a session. Caffeine is powerful on its own, but it's even better when combined with ingredients that support catecholamine synthesis. That brings us to L-Tyrosine. Tyrosine is the amino acid precursor to dopamine, adrenaline, and noradrenaline, neurotransmitters responsible for motivation, focus, and stress response. When you're pushing hard in the gym, your body burns through these neurotransmitters. Supplementing with tyrosine replenishes the raw material needed to keep your mind sharp. Studies on soldiers in high-stress environments show that 2 grams of tyrosine per day prevents cognitive decline and maintains working memory. For training purposes, 1 to 2 grams taken 30 to 60 minutes before your session can help preserve reaction time and mental clarity, especially during extended or highly taxing workouts. Tyrosine pairs well with caffeine and other nootropics. Whereas caffeine stimulates your nervous system, tyrosine ensures you have the building blocks to sustain that activation without burning out mentally. If you've ever felt mentally drained mid-workout, adding tyrosine could help maintain your drive. To enhance neuromuscular communication even further, let's explore Alpha-GPC. Alpha-GPC delivers choline across the blood-brain barrier. Choline is a precursor to acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that facilitates communication between nerves and muscles. When acetylcholine levels are high, your muscles respond more quickly to neural signals, improving coordination and power output. Research has shown that 600 milligrams of alpha-GPC can increase growth hormone release 44-fold when taken before training. Although the hormonal surge may be brief, it underscores alpha-GPC's physiological impact. Performance studies indicate enhanced reaction time and power output, with doses between 300 and 600 milligrams of a 50% standardized extract. Alpha-GPC synergizes with caffeine, tyrosine, and Huperzine A to sharpen the mind-muscle connection. When all these elements work together, you're better able to activate high-threshold motor units and execute explosive movements like a powerful clean pull or a heavy bench press. To sustain acetylcholine activity for longer, we look next at Huperzine A. Huperzine A is an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor, meaning it slows the breakdown of acetylcholine at neuromuscular junctions. Prolonging acetylcholine activity enhances neural signaling and can improve memory, focus, and reaction time, attributes that translate to better technique under heavy loads. Effective doses range from 200 to 500 micrograms per day. Because Huperzine A is potent, it's wise to avoid using it every day indefinitely. Cycling off every 3 to 4 weeks helps prevent tolerance. Users often report sharper mental clarity and an easier time staying locked in on technical cues during long sessions. When combined with Alpha-GPC, Huperzine A helps maintain high acetylcholine levels for extended periods. This sustained focus can make accessory work more productive, and heavy attempts feel more precise. After covering these individual components, it's helpful to compare their relative impact on strength and power. Among all supplements, creatine stands out with the strongest evidence for directly increasing maximal strength. It repeatedly shows improvements in 1 rep max and total volume. Betaine, Alpha-GPC, and caffeine closely follow, primarily by enhancing power output, motor unit recruitment, and neural drive. L-Citrulline and Huperzine A don't directly add kilos to your lifts, but they contribute to overall performance. Citrulline improves repetition quality and reduces fatigue through better blood flow, while Huperzine A improves focus and reaction time by keeping acetylcholine active longer. Together, they help you sustain training quality from your first set to your last. The takeaway is that each ingredient addresses a different aspect of performance. Stacking them strategically can create a broad base of support that covers energy systems, muscle hydration, blood flow, neural drive, and mental focus. There's no single miracle ingredient. Performance comes from a well-designed combination. However, not all pre-workout products deliver these ingredients in effective amounts. Let's talk about what to avoid. Proprietary blends that list ingredients without amounts often hide microdoses. You might see impressive names on the label, but the quantities could be far below what research suggests is effective. Without transparent labeling, it's impossible to know whether you're getting a clinically relevant dose. Be wary of products that rely on high amounts of caffeine, 300 milligrams or more, while neglecting support ingredients like creatine, betaine, or citrulline. Excessive stimulants can produce jitters, elevate heart rate, and interfere with technique if you're sensitive. Watch out for malate listed on its own. If a product doesn't specify how much of the compound is actual citrulline versus malate, you may be taking too little of the active ingredient to see a benefit. Similarly, formulas without choline donors, tyrosine or acetylcholinesterase inhibitors undercut neural drive and focus. Essence of Hormes was formulated to match or exceed the clinical doses discussed throughout this presentation. It includes 5 grams of creatine monohydrate to fully saturate phosphocreatine stores, 3 grams of Betaine Anhydrous to support cell hydration and methyl donation, and 8 grams of L-Citrulline to enhance nitric oxide production and endurance. We use 2 grams of L-Tyrosine to sustain catecholamine synthesis, and 250 milligrams of caffeine to elevate neural drive without causing overstimulation. For cognitive support, Essence of Hormes provides 250 milligrams of active Alpha-GPC and 400 micrograms of Huperzine A. Together, these ingredients amplify acetylcholine levels and prolong its activity, sharpening the mind-muscle connection. The formula is fully disclosed. There are no proprietary blends or hidden microdoses, so you know exactly what you're taking. Our goal is to deliver clean, effective stimulation and neuromuscular support without relying on excessive stimulants. Every scoop is designed to meet the needs of serious lifters who want both science and performance. To appreciate why these ingredients work so well together, let's explore the synergy of the focus stack. Caffeine increases neural firing by blocking adenosine, which lifts the natural brake on the central nervous system. This heightened excitatory state can make you feel alert and ready to move heavy weight. Alpha-GPC, meanwhile, delivers choline for acetylcholine synthesis. As acetylcholine levels rise, neuromuscular signaling becomes faster and more precise, improving coordination and power output. When you pair these two compounds, you get both heightened arousal and improved transmission of signals from brain to muscle. Add Huperzine A, and the elevated acetylcholine stays active longer, giving you sustained focus. L-Tyrosine rounds out the stack by ensuring there's enough dopamine and adrenaline for mental resilience. The result is a balanced state of alertness and clarity, often described as being in the zone. You can stay locked in on your cues, maintain bar path consistency, and push through heavy sets without mental fatigue taking over. Now let's translate this theory into actionable steps you can apply to your own supplement routine. First, tailor caffeine intake to your body weight. A range of 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram is effective for most lifters. Adjust up or down depending on how sensitive you are. More isn't always better, especially if it affects your sleep or technique. Look for products with transparent labeling and clinically dosed ingredients. You should be able to see exactly how much creatine, betaine, citrulline, and each focus compound you're getting. Avoid formulas that rely solely on stimulants or high dosing in proprietary blends. Prioritize formulas that include creatine, betaine, citrulline, and a focus stack. If your current pre-workout lacks any of these, supplement them separately to hit effective doses. Consistency in taking research-backed amounts is key to seeing results. Finally, cycle off nootropics like Huperzine A every few weeks. This helps maintain sensitivity and prevents diminishing returns. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust your approach as you gain experience. Before we conclude, let's summarize how each ingredient directly contributes to strength outcomes. Creatine monohydrate increases maximal strength and repeated effort capacity by replenishing ATP and buffering acidosis. Betaine supports power output by improving cell hydration and enhancing force production. L-Citrulline improves muscular endurance and reduces fatigue through better blood flow and ammonia clearance, allowing you to sustain high rep quality. Caffeine enhances neural drive, increasing bar speed and the rate of force development. L-Tyrosine, Alpha-GPC, and Huperzine A collectively improve focus, reaction time, and neuromuscular communication. They help you stay mentally sharp and physically coordinated throughout your training session. Recognizing the unique contributions of each compound allows you to construct a supplement strategy that addresses both physiological and neurological aspects of performance. The goal is not just to lift heavier, but to lift better, more efficiently, more consistently, and with greater focus. With these connections in place, let's wrap up with our key takeaways. Prioritize ingredients with strong evidence for impacting strength, power, and neural drive. Creatine monohydrate, Betaine Anhydrous, caffeine, L-Tyrosine, Alpha-GPC, and Huperzine A. These compounds address different aspects of performance and work synergistically. Make sure your dosages align with research. Around 5 grams of creatine, 3 grams of betaine, 6 to 10 grams of citrulline, 2 grams of tyrosine, 250 milligrams of caffeine, and 250 milligrams of active alpha-GPC, plus 400 micrograms of Huperzine A. Tune your caffeine intake based on body weight and personal sensitivity. Be wary of proprietary blends, pixie dust dosing, and overstim formulas that lack substance. Read labels carefully and choose products that provide transparent, clinically supported amounts of each ingredient. Our essence of Hormes meets these standards, delivering effective doses across the board. Combining these ingredients intelligently and tuning your pre-workout to your needs can unlock significant performance gains. Thank you for following along. Use these insights to optimize your training, and stay tuned for more science-based guidance.